Hello, Forecaster here again, and we are back for episode 107 of the Railcraft server Let's Play. And in this episode, we're going to be working on a different thing. So I remembered that I had a vault over in the old base, and that I wanted to move that vault over to the space, because going over there to access it is a bit of an annoyance. So this right here is going to be the new vault, and as you can see, if you remember, of course, it's slightly larger than the old vault, which was just kind of a fourth of this. So what I did was, of course, I disassembled the old vault by first removing the door, and then I broke all of the vault blocks, and I got these broken vault wall blocks instead, or from those. And the way you normally construct a vault, you have to use a base block, which on this server is which on this server is these iron scaffolds. And I just now realized that the scaffolds don't go on top of the vault blocks. So I can't actually place these here, which is very unfortunate, because it means that I'm going to have to get around that, which is mildly inconvenient. So basically what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to and I am kind of glad I realized this after the fact, or before I poured more of these. So first I used the iron scaffolds, of course, to make the vault blocks for the first vault, and then you pour vault concrete over them, and they turn into these wall blocks that become indestructible when the when you finish the vault, when you put the door in and you have a sealed room. And that's all well and good, but when you then break them, if you want to move the vault, you get these broken wall blocks instead. Okay. And you can then put vault concrete on these broken wall blocks to turn them back into vault blocks, or unbroken wall blocks. So, and as I discovered, when you use vault concrete on one of these broken vault blocks, it turns the one you clicked on and any adjacent ones, directly adjacent ones, so it can turn up to 5. So if I kind of remove them now, but it would turn these two if I used it on this one, and on each side here as well, if there were any. So you can turn up to 5 broken vault blocks using 1 bucket of vault concrete. That does not work when you use the original base block, like the iron scaffolds. So basically what I have to do now, which I hadn't intended to do previously, is I have to do this, because I need to be able to place these, and I want to place them in the correct place to begin with, of course, because I Don't want to have to break them afterwards, because that basically wastes the concrete, which is not something I want to do. So what I have to do is I have to put these crag rock blocks underneath that allow me to place the scaffolds like this. And then basically I can't put a scaffold on top of the vault wall block. So I have to take these broken wall blocks and put them in this gap. And I don't think I have enough of these to last all the way around. These holes I can fill with scaffolds, of course. That's fine. So what I'll probably have to do is I'll have to take some of these blocks from the floor, for example, get the broken wall blocks, and then use them to fill this gap, and then re-pour them, and then replace the holes in the floor. So not exactly ideal. And if I had remembered that I couldn't put the scaffolds on the wall blocks to begin with, I wouldn't have that problem. And this is how you get the vault concrete. You take a bag of concrete and you combine it with water in a carpenter, and this is a recipe that I've added so that you can use Railcraft concrete to do this, because it's convenient. I don't remember what the original recipe is. Oh, yeah, you need a bucket of water and concrete, which is also a recipe we've added, but this is a lot more fiddly, so I added the carpenter recipe as well. I don't remember what the original recipe for the vault concrete was. It's not something we ever had on the server. I also found out that the vault concrete is a fluid. So this is a valid fluid item, which means it's a container containing a forge fluid in a bucket, basically. But as I found out, it's not properly added to forge or properly registered. I don't know how that works, but it seems that when they register the fluid, they don't register the container for this item. So if you put a bucket of vault concrete into a canning machine like this here and tell it to drain from the container into the tank, you get 1,000 millibuckets of vault concrete fluid in the tank, but it doesn't return the container. So I think that it's registered as not being in a container. It's just so it doesn't return anything because it doesn't know what to return. So that is a bit annoying. I would have liked to have some sort of mixing recipe that would output the fluid, but I don't. Since I found that out, I don't want to encourage interacting with the fluid. It's better to just handle the item. And my idea was to add a recipe that gave a little bonus somehow. But yeah, or enabled me to make a whole bunch and then use something faster to refill. Ah, shoot. That's why I started from the top before. Dang it. Why do I keep doing that? Stupid me. At least you can put torches on the walls. I don't need that. I need more scaffolds, though. But yeah, unfortunately, that did not work as I had intended. Let's see. I need more iron. So we're going to get some iron here. The casting system does not work yet. I have not looked at that. Making the iron scaffolds takes quite a bit of iron. So I just make a whole bunch of plates. Which end up here. And then making the iron fences take just iron item casings to extrude. And of course, I can make more of those. Using plates. I could make item casings separately, but because I don't have the ordering system up and running, it's easier to just make a bunch of plates and then convert some of the plates into casings and then take the casings back into this machine. Put it into extruding. Bit of a lag spike there apparently. That was annoying. And then extrude the plates or the item casings into iron fences. And then we get a bunch more scaffolds. I'm not going to make you sit through this entire process, of course, because it's going to take a while to finish the vault, especially with these limitations. That's another... multi-storage is neat in some ways, like the vaults are nice, and the other blocks are nice, but you can tell it's not made by a seasoned modder because there are certain mistakes that have been made and not corrected, like the missing container output from the vault concrete item, and the fact that the vault wall blocks are not considered solid for certain purposes. Like you can't put redstone on them, and you can't put scaffolds on them, which require a fully solid block. And that's a bit annoying, but oh well. I can probably remove these as well, and then we're going to put crag rock here instead for scaffold placement. Oh yeah, better to go as far down as possible. And then I need more scaffolds. So yeah, that's going to take a while. Hopefully, we're going to... I'm going to complete the vault before the next episode, hopefully. And we're going to see about finishing assembling it. When I went back to read up about multi-storage, I saw that you can have a 3x3 door instead of the 2x2 door I had in the old vault. So I've opted for that. Of course, I Yeah. 3x3 or 2x2. So, do I have a container here somewhere? Apparently not. Could use a chest down here to put stuff in, but oh well. Just put this in here for now. But yeah, I'm going to have a bigger door. Of course, I just need the one door block, which I didn't realize the first time, which is why I have 4 of them, even though I only need 1. So the vault door is a bit expensive. It costs 2 iron blocks. It's not too bad, really. But yes. So, we have something to do, or I have an administrative task to take care of. I guess I don't... I mean, I have a lot of stuff on me that I don't really need to bring, like that CF backpack. I can put that away. CF powder to put away as well. Don't really need arrows. Let's throw those away. All right, so here we are at Alex's base, who's the player who reported the issue. And the issue was about an invisible thing that was blocking his tracks. So we're going to see if we can find it. He said that it would be on the track somewhere. There would probably be a stuck cart. And he put a sign there. So hopefully it's around here somewhere. That cart looks like it's moving fine. It's a little laggy here. This is probably it. This cart seems like it's having troubles. Ah, yeah. Okay, so there's something here. And it seems to be... It's an entity of some sort, because there's nothing directly above the tracks, and you can't have 2 blocks in the same place. So it can't be where the tracks are. So whatever's here has to be an entity. And it's... I can bump into it, but I can't hit it apparently, and the one probe doesn't see it, which it should. Should see the cart. Yeah, it does. So that's immediately very strange. I wonder what happens. Can I stop this cart? What happens if we break the tracks? I want to know. Nothing, apparently. So it might be a dead or like a ghost cart of some kind. It doesn't seem to be moving, so it doesn't... I mean, carts don't tend to react by you bumping into them either. Not anymore, at least. So I guess that makes sense. Most entities do move, however, if you bump into them. I'm going to collect this. And then we're going to try a command, see if we can kill it. I'm going to do kill, and then entity. And then, because I don't want to die myself, because I want to lose my cyberware, I'm going to do a minimum radius of 2 blocks away. and then an outer radius of 4 blocks, because I don't want to kill every entity in this area, in this loaded area. That'd probably be bad. It would kill all the carts and locomotives and any farm animals that he probably has some somewhere. Oh. Okay. Maybe I was standing too close. Let's try that. No. Well, that did something. It didn't actually kill it, though. It doesn't say that it can't be found, but it also doesn't seem to affect it. That's very strange. I have no idea what that is. The only immediate... or the only real... what is that? Is that a cable? Huh. The only thing I can think of doing... why is there redstone there? I keep getting distracted. Is to download the world from the server and have a look in MC Edit and see if that can show what is here. Because if the one probe doesn't see it, if I can't target it here and the command can't get rid of it, then I don't think there's much I can do right now. And that's unfortunate for this charcoal line. I need to ask him if it's always on this line. Or if it also appears on other lines. I wonder what that does. But yeah, so I don't think there's really anything I can do right now to fix that. Ah, okay, so he's using a coal generator to power his farm using an energy bridge. Yeah. Oh, he's using a batch crafter. That's interesting. Oh, to make... oh, is he... oh, he's... no, he's... yeah, he's producing charcoal here, presumably. Yeah. That makes sense. And then he's shipping that somewhere using this cart. Dang it. It's a bit lag. I got turned around here. Okay, so I'm going to end the episode here. I can't do much about this right now, unfortunately. I'm going to have to investigate that further. And I'm going to head back to my base and keep working on the vault. Oh, dang it. So, yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything else I want to do right now. So with that, I will see you in the next episode.